Hey Jake, I guess that being your last tune-up before opening day, how did it go? What specifically were you working out there outside of stretching out?
Main thing was stretching out, and then just being able to kind of throw whatever when I needed to, as far as working on off speed. Um, Went okay, not great. Left some balls over the middle that got hit pretty hard, but other than that, felt like my changeup was good. Slider was good at times. There towards the end, I started yanking it a little bit. So, that's the goal of getting the pitch count up so that you're more comfortable deeper in games when the season starts.
In your experience, how much does I mean it's obvious, but for you personally, how much does that adrenaline factor change when you go from pitching on a backfield to pitching at Nationals Park?
Yeah, it's definitely going to change. You try to get as ready as you can for a game like this, but it's just not the same as facing another team. So there'll definitely be more adrenaline. Come April 1st.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question is from Ken Davidoff.
Hey, Jake, just wondering, when you look at this roster, and I don't know how your brain works, do you compare it to other Mets rosters you had? Like, do you kind of try to assess, the talent level of this team?
I think whenever I really had a good look at it was my last one against the Nationals. And, from top to bottom, thinking of if I was facing our lineup, that's a tough lineup. So that's kind of how I look at it. And, almost all the guys who are most likely going to be starting were in that game. So that was really cool to see and definitely exciting. We've had a great group of guys, but, the additions we made are definitely exciting and looking forward to getting this thing started.
Does that impact at all whatever pressure you put on yourself? No, you really should get run support this year. I mean, something's going to be wrong if you're not getting good run support.
I think I still take the same approach. I treat everything like it's a 0-0 baseball game. I've said before that I don't like giving up runs. Even if we have a 10-run lead, I don't want to give up any runs. So that's my goal, to go out there and put up zeros and give us a chance to win.
Thanks, Jay.
Next question is from Tim Healy.
Hey, Jacob, sorry if you mentioned it to Anthony, but what pitch count did you get up to today?
90.
Got it. And with Francisco Alvarez, what did you think of him as a hitter today and as a prospect generally this camp?
It felt like he had a good approach today. Put a good swing on a first pitch fastball I threw, but definitely exciting. Seeing the prospects out there and getting to face them, it makes it fun.
Thank you.
Next question is from Ed Coleman.
Hey, Jake, two questions. One, do you stay on pattern and throw two bullpens before Thursday?
Yeah. I think, what do I have? I have 6 days in between. I'll stay. The only thing that changes is I throw the two. Yeah, it's the same. Just after I was going to explain it all, but it stays the same.
That's okay. Keep it simple for me. Yeah. And the second thing, do you think this team is better defensively than it was last year?
Yeah. I think we have a very good defense we're going to run out there. Everybody talks about the offense, but the games that I've pitched, these guys have played great defense behind me. So looking forward to getting out there with them, when they actually count.
Okay. Thanks.
Next question is from Jerry Beach.
Hey, Jake, kind of following up this question. Does the usual end of spring training optimism, is it heightened or feeling different this year, given all the acquisitions you've made in the last few months and all that's changed since the end of last season? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you repeat it? I hit something on the table and muted myself.
Sure. Kind of piggyback on Ken's question. Does the usual end of spring training optimism, is it different or heightened this season, given all the acquisitions you guys have made and all the changes that have happened top to bottom since last September?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. I think every year coming in, my goal for the team and looking at what we have was to try to win a World Series. I think that's everybody's goal. So the pieces we added this offseason are definitely exciting. And like I said, we're looking forward to April 1st and playing a whole 162 and seeing where we're at. But, I think you probably ask most everyone on this team what their goals were previously, whether they were with us or not. I think that's just part of being a competitor. You're always looking to win the ultimate prize, and for baseball, that's a World Series.
Yep.
Next question is from Tony DeComo.
Hey, Jake. I'm just wondering, as the Mets kind of get down to the nitty gritty with some of these extension guys, Lindor, Conforto. You were in this situation a couple of years ago. What was going through your mind at this time? I remember, like, around this time, you were talking about being less optimistic, and then a few days later, you're able to get the deal done. So, can you kind of take us through what goes through your mind as a player in that spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we do a pretty good job of mainly getting ready for the season. I know before mine, the main goal was getting ready to go play baseball. Whether something got done or not, then the main thing I had to do was get ready to play. So I think that helps take your mind off of it, being here, getting ready, being around everybody. So for me, that's what I tried to do. Just focus on, what I had to do at the field and prepare the best I could, and kind of let the rest take care of itself.
Was that necessarily easy to do, though, as you kind of, obviously it's on your mind to some extent.
Yeah, you definitely think about it. And, it's not necessarily easy, but that makes it easier being here, getting ready. So, that's the way I viewed it. I was like, because if something didn't get done, well, then, you got to go out there and still compete and be ready and play to the best of your ability.
Next question is from Mike Puma.
Hey, Jake, before you got out there today, Syndergaard was out on the stadium mound throwing again. I'm just wondering, what you've thought about his rehab to this point, and the comfort level and knowing that at some point this season he's probably going to be back in that rotation.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. He's, from what I've seen, it looks like he's ready to pitch, but there's definitely, you follow the guidelines of you don't want to rush it back. So the goal is to get healthy and stay healthy. So, I went through that rehab process, and I know I was fortunate enough to where I felt good throughout it, but there were times where I was told, hey, you got to, pump the brakes a little bit here. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. So it's definitely exciting knowing that we're going to have him back in the rotation. I didn't really get a chance to see him throw today, but, seeing his bullpens and stuff, it's been fun to watch.
Thank you.
Jacob, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.